Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Danielle Sky, and as you guys are reading by the title, yeah, this is a story time, my first ever story time on my channel. Like, guys, can you believe that? As long as I've been doing YouTube, on and off I will say, but as long as I have been doing YouTube, I've never done a story time. I don't know why, because I do have some pretty crazy stories to tell. I just think maybe it's because, like, I'm a private person and I need to get out of that. But yeah, this is a story time on how I messed up my face and almost lost my life. But yeah, so if you guys want to see what happened, please continue to keep watching this video. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification for future uploads, and let's hop right into this video. So you guys, I'm not really feeling my hair in this. Like, I thought I liked it when I was taking pictures on Snapchat and like looking in the mirror, but like when I'm looking at my viewfinder, there's certain angles that just ain't hitting. Like when I keep fluffing it up, like this part, it looks cute, but it keeps going flat. So like, I don't know, it's just one minute I like my hair blonde, the next minute I miss my dark hair. So I don't know, I have an appointment to get my hair redone, and we're going to see what color, because I think I'm going to go blonder, but I'm missing my dark hair, to be really honest with you guys. So yeah, but that has nothing to do with this video. So this video is on being in an accident that almost cost me my life, my poor life. So like, let me just start out, and when I say this, like, it was nobody's fault but my own fault. And side note, I am a very clumsy person. Like, I would literally just like walk out of my room and walk into the corner of my door and swear that it wasn't there, but it's always been there. So yeah, I'm a very clumsy person. But yeah, so let's get into it. This was back in like end of September. No, I'm sorry, this was the beginning of October. Like the very beginning of October. I remember because I had an event to go to, and like the middle of October, and when this happened, I was just like, oh my god, like. But yeah, so it was the beginning of October, and I wasn't going to do anything that day. I think it was like a Friday, if I'm not mistaken, or like, I don't even know, but it was, I don't know, but I wasn't even going to do anything that day, I don't think. I can't even remember like how the day went. Little disclaimer, me and time just don't go together. I wasn't doing anything, and my friend, she called me up, and I don't know if she wants me to use her name in this story. It's not a bad thing or anything, but just for her privacy, I'll just give her a name like Ashley. I don't know, because she might see this, and I just, you know, she might be down with me using her name, but I haven't asked her. So like, yeah, I'll just say Ashley. So she gives me a call, and she's like, hey, do you want to go out? And I was like, yeah. And if anyone knows me knows I'm kind of a homebody, so like, it takes a lot to get me to go out. But I went out with her because I hadn't known her that long. Like, we had just kind of became friends, and we only had been out a few other times. So I was like, you know, I'm trying to get better with being like a better friend, because not that I'm a bad friend, it's just like I'm the kind of friend I am is, I'll be the friend that like stay in the house, let's stay in and do something. Like, that's what kind of friend I am. It's not like I'm a bad friend. I'm a very good friend. I was like, yeah, let's go out, let's do something. It was still warm, it was still nice outside, you know, that October air but it was like, you know, where you can wear something nice. You don't have to worry about your hair sweating out because it was still that breeze, but it was still nice to wear your skin out and stuff. So like, I'm sorry, my phone is right here and I was looking at it, but so I'm like, yeah, let's go out, like. And I had some stuff to do that day, so like, did my errands, came back home, got myself together, and got in the car. Like, I looked the bomb, and I was so mad I didn't even get like really good pictures of my entire outfit, because the outfit was definitely giving. It was definitely giving, but it's definitely gonna be like, I put a picture on Instagram. I did get one picture with me and my friend, so you know, I'm calling her Ashley in this video, but if you guys follow me on Instagram, because I did tag her, you guys are probably gonna figure it out, like, who she is, because her Instagram handle was in there. So I'm sorry, girl. But we did get that picture, but that outfit is definitely going to make a reappearance on Instagram, because that is a vacation outfit 100%. It's definitely giving Miami vibes. But other than that, the outfit was giving. I was definitely having my moment in the outfit. So we go to this bar. It's like on like, I'm trying to think of like a good way to explain this, because if anyone knows, I live in Ohio, so like, I live in Cincinnati, and if you live in Cincinnati, you would know like downtown area. And we went on the Banks. Was it the Banks? Yeah, it was the Banks. I'm sorry, like, I act like I'm not from here sometimes. But we went on the Banks, and we went to this bar called Fishbowl. Yeah, that's what it was. And we had some drinks. And if anyone ever been to Fishbowl, if you're from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you've been to Fishbowl, please leave a comment down below, because their drinks are out of this world. So yeah, if you have, just leave a comment down below. But we went to that bar and we had so much fun. We had drinks outside, and we even met like a few people. None that was like, you know, not like anything like that. We met like a guy or whatever, and he was not interesting. Like, I mean, he was cool, like, to sit down and like mingle, but not like to be giving your number or anything to, like, no. But we played bingo. We had a drink. I had one drink, because if anyone knows me knows I don't really drink. I'm not a drinker. I'll do a story time on the time I got the drunkest. That's a wild story time. So if you guys want to see that, leave a comment down below, because that's a story to tell, baby, honey. I might need to have like other people come in that story time too, because yeah, I might have to, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But for this story time, so yeah, we played bingo and all that, because it was bingo night. I want to say we went out on a Wednesday, because I think Wednesday is their bingo night. So yeah, I want to say we went out like Wednesday, and I had one drink. It was so funny though, because like I said, anyone knows me knows I don't drink. I had one drink, and I'm very responsible, because I'm just like, that's me. Like, I'm Miss Responsible Pants over here. So we get a drink. I get a small drink. Like, when I'm thinking of small, like, cause I never been to Fishbowl, so when I was like, oh, I want a small drink, me thinking I'm small, I'm thinking it was gonna be like, I don't know, like a small cup, like small, like a little small cup. No, this drink, I will insert like a video of me with the cup. The cup was like a large, like it was this freaking big. That's not a small. It's not I don't know what kind of small is that. So I had it. It was very good though, and I cannot tell you what I had, because I don't even remember. I had a small drink, which was a large. We established that. My friend, she had a large drink, but she is not like me. She can drink, you know. So yeah, but I can't. So I was kind of already a little. And then the guy that had joined us to play bingo asked that we want to drink. I turned it down, obviously. So we're having fun, laughing, mingling. I will insert videos of us having. And then my friend was like, do you want to go to another bar slash, I think it's like a club or something. I was like, oh my god, let's go. Like, I'm so there. Like, I was just living for the moment that night. Like, I was just with everything. And she's like, okay, like, do you want to drive or do you want to walk? And I'm like, she's like, or do you want to, like, the guy, he had offered us a ride, but like, stranger no danger. I don't know you, we're not getting in your car, so no. So we told them like, oh no, we're gonna drive. But when I met her, I had parked my car like really far from where I met her, and she had picked me up and drove to the banks. So like, it was impossible for me to take my car because my car was like literally on, like, it was just a ways, like, no. And it was nighttime. I met her in the daytime and it was nighttime by the time we decided that. So she had parked her car in the parking garage, and she was like, oh yeah, let's just take my car. So we get in her car, we sit for a minute, we're refreshing our makeup and all that. So she's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little drunk, I don't feel comfortable driving. I said, yeah, me neither. So she was like, well, let's just walk. I was like, well, do you want to just walk there? That was my idea. I was like, because it's not that far. She was like, okay, I'm down for walking. And she was like, are you sure? Because you have on heels. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, let's go. The heels on me this big. Like, let's go. So we get out. It was my bright idea to walk. So we get out. We go back out the parking garage upstairs, and we started walking. And we're walking, we're having fun, we're talking, and just enjoying the night. Mind you guys, though, I had a drink, but I did not feel drunk.
Just a little disclaimer, guys. I did not finish the drink that I was already drinking on.
Like, at all. Honestly, like, I will honestly sit here and say it. I didn't have, like, a few, like I said, I'm not a drinker, but I have had drinks in my life that, like, even one drink, and I'm like, whew, I'm feeling it. But that night, I really did not. At least I thought I didn't. So like, we're walking and I'm like, I'm cool. So she's like, do you want to ride the scooters? And I'm like, yeah, but to be honest with you, in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't really know how to ride these electric scooters. Like, when I was a kid, I had a scooter, of course, but I had the ones you push with your feet. My older sister was a little more advanced than me because she had the electric scooter, and I didn't want that at the time because I wanted a Barbie scooter, and they didn't make the electric Barbie scooters. So I had just a regular push scooter. My sister had a motor scooter, and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll get on, but I don't really know how to work these. And she's like, all you have to do is, like, you know, she showed me how to, like, do it. I'm like, okay. So we get on the scooter. They're super fun. Like, hey. So we're on these scooters going through, like, downtown. And we get off one scooter because our scooters was about to die. So we get off that set of scooters. Cool. We kind of walk. You know, people stop and I was like, oh, you guys look so cute, and making jokes and stuff you do when you're mingling and having fun, and you're young and you're beautiful. So we find some other scooters and we get on them. That's where the wrong turn went really wrong. Okay, let me tell you guys. Okay. We get on the second scooters, and I remember it like it was yesterday. My friend, she gets on, like, because I was like, at this point, I'm not going to get on with heels. The first time I kind of did, and I was like, that's dumb. Like, why are you on with heels? So, that time, because I only rode, like, the first scooter. They went out like that. So I rode, like, you know, whatever. So I'm like, let me take my heels off, you know. And I had a crossbody on, so I like put my crossbody on, kind of like hung my heels on there, like we were good. And my friend got on and she kind of rode around me and kind of rode like a little ahead. Like I was right here and she kind of rode like this. And she dropped her phone. So I'm like, Ashley, you dropped your phone. And she comes back and she's laughing. She's like, oh my God, you know. And so she gets her phone. Oh my God. She gets her phone, right? And she's looking at it, I think. And I get on my scooter and I push the button. And I just remind you, she's here looking at her phone. And I just zoom right past her. And she started laughing. She's like, you're going fast, Danielle. I'm like, yeah, ha, 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 I'm faster than you, and all this stuff. And I'm sorry, guys, but it's just like reliving it is funny, but it's so embarrassing too. But I go past her, and I heard her scream, Danielle, do you even know how to brake? And when she said that, I'm like, no. I wish I would have learned how to brake, because as soon as she said that, I looked and I seen we were coming down a hill, and the hill was going around a corner as well. And we were going on the sidewalk, but the street was full of traffic, just going back and forth. And I didn't know how to brake, and everything happened so fast, but in that moment everything was in slow motion, if that makes sense. And I'm like, well, I have two choices. Like, I kind of panicked, but then I was like calm, if you would say, because I'm like, okay, I remember from when my sister like had her scooter, and it had like the brakes on the handlebars. So I'm like, I start squeezing, and I'm like pushing different buttons. I'm like, no, this is not working. And you know, none of the buttons were working. And I even took my hand like off the electric, like the thing to make it stop going. And it wasn't because we were going down a hill. Obviously, it's going to keep going and going faster. So I'm just like, okay. I'm looking. I'm like, you have two choices. Go right into traffic, because it was no way for me to like go down a hill and hit a corner. Like, I'm not Tony Hawk. Like, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I can't, like, maybe back when I was a teenager, because I was really good with like bike, scooters, and skates. But I haven't really kept up with that stuff, so like, no. But I was like, so you have two choices. Do that, or fly into oncoming traffic and get hit by multiple cars, or just jump off the scooter and have some minor injuries. So I thought about it, and I said, I'll just jump off, because I was not about to get hit by multiple cars. That's what we were not about to do, because I know, like, with my whole heart, I would have got hit by multiple cars, because it was really packed that night, and probably were some intoxicated people. I would have got hit by multiple cars, and probably few of them would have stopped, and I would be dead. So yeah, I jumped off the scooter, fell off so hard, and I was in so much shock. And I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's just kind of like, that's how I cope with stuff. Like, serious, really, like, serious stuff. Fall off. I think I kind of blacked out for a minute. I don't know if I passed out, whatever. I hear my friend just screaming my name, and she's like, oh my God, you're bleeding. So I'm like, what? Like, I was kind of out of it. I think I was in so much shock, because I just felt my heart racing. My ear was ringing. I didn't feel pain though, like, so I couldn't even tell you where the blood was coming from, because I felt pain nowhere. So I think I was definitely in shock. And she helped me up, and it was like a little, like, I guess you would say like a wall where you can sit on the wall. So she kind of like set me up on the wall. She's like, it's just so much blood everywhere. Where is this blood coming from? Because it was like blood was all over my chest, like from here and then my face, and then my feet. Like, it was just a bloodbath. Like, and I'm a bleeder. I bleed really heavy. A lot of you probably don't know this. I will probably eventually go more into detail about this, but I do have Von Willebrand. Some of you may know this, or not know this, but some of you may know about this, and some of you may not. A lot of people don't. It's a bleeding disorder where your blood does not clot, so you bleed more than others. Like I said, I'll maybe do a separate video about that if you guys are interested in it. If not, you know, whatever. But so that causes me to bleed a lot more. So I was just like, it was so much blood. Come to find out, she's like, it's your chin is bleeding. And I remember, as I kind of was starting to come to, like, I was obviously like alert, but like I was kind of just like in shock, like, what just happened? Like, I just went from having fun to just bleeding everywhere. But I remember my ears was ringing, like I said, and my whole face from here was just like numb, and my mouth was hurting. And so I'm sitting on the wall, and she's like, your chin is bleeding. Oh my god, you messed up your chin. And I'm like, the first thing I say is, I have blood all over my clothes. This is a brand new outfit. Like, what? Like, girl, that's the only thing you think about. Like, anytime something happens, that's what I said. Like, this was a brand new outfit, or this was my favorite outfit, and I ruined it by putting blood on it or something. So, you guys, don't pay me no mind. It's me. So, she's like, oh my god, we gotta, like, should I call 911? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Really, I wasn't, to be honest. I really was not fine. So the first thing, I'm like, I have to pee. She's like, there's not a bathroom, because we're like, it was like the stadium was right there, but it was closed because it was super late, and nothing else was right there. So like, and I'm like, I don't care, I just have to pee. So I just go behind the wall and I pee. And she's like, let me stand right there to cover you. I'm like, I don't even care. So I just pee behind the wall. And she, like, she's picking up my stuff off the ground, because like I said, when I flew off the scooter, my purse just flew everywhere, shoes flew everywhere, phone, everything. I didn't even know my purse was open, and everything just flew out of my purse. So she picks up everything for me, like a good friend. And she's like trying to figure out what to do. She starts crying and like, I'm a horrible friend, I shouldn't have did this, and I shouldn't have told you to get on the scooter. And I'm like, you're not a horrible friend, I shouldn't have got on the scooter, I didn't know how to brake. She eventually calls an Uber to take her to her car, because she had sobered up by then, and so have I. And she takes me to the emergency room, who sees me and do all these extra tests on me. They put like a whole neck brace. Like, I will insert a video. I made a whole TikTok about it. Like, it was just a crazy night. So yeah, I spent a few hours in the ER. They put a neck brace. They took a CT scan. They just did a lot, like, to be honest. So like, to run it down, I messed up my chin to the point where it was skin just hanging, like flapping, and I had to get stitches. So you can't see now because I am wearing makeup, and I had to see a plastic surgeon for it, baby. So I'm still seeing a plastic surgeon as of today. I had my first steroid injection actually no, when did I have it? Just this Tuesday that passed, I'm sorry. So I just had my first steroid injection because the scar was so like thick, to the point where it was like bulking out, and it was just like noticeable. So the steroids, I have 2 more injections, and then we'll see what to do after, and a lot of massaging to see if it'll flatten out and get a little softer. But it hurts really bad still, and this was October of 2021. So I'm just gonna put my phone down, sorry. Like I said, I will insert the videos. I have the videos of when the skin was hanging, I think I do, when they were sewing it back on, and kind of when it was stitched. I'm going to show you guys what it looked like now. Well, I'll show you guys in a few, but I wanted to talk about like the injuries that I did have. Like I said, the chin, that was like the main injury. because I had to have stitches. Obviously, I had to get a tetanus shot. I was up to date on my tetanus shot, but you have to have like an emergency one when you have like a serious accident. And I had messed up my knee really bad. I had like horrible cuts on my knee. The one, it actually healed up really well and faded away, which I'm so thankful for that. But the other one, it turned super dark, and it just, I have to figure out something to make it at least a little lighter or just back to the color that it was. I have multiple scars on my feet, on my right side of my feet. So now when I wear sandals, it looks really bad. So I'm gonna have to find something to kind of minimize the scars as well. I have a huge scar. I wish I wouldn't have had this shirt on, but I have a huge scar like this on my shoulders that I'm gonna have to get covered up with a tattoo because it's that big and noticeable. What else? I had some cuts on my hands. They healed up fine. Yeah, and remember I told you guys the ringing in my ears, that had lasted like some weeks, and then I had clicking in my jaw. They said because I think I hit my head. I'm not for sure. I think I did, but they said I had a slight concussion, and I hit because I think I hit my head. I hit a nerve. So when I hit my nerve, it kind of like went from here on down, and I had clicking like from there, which I slightly still do have a little clicking when I chew, but it's all good now. I wish someone would have told me about those scooters. When I went to the emergency room, guys, they don't tell me, do you know how many people we see in here about the scooters? And then they had the nerve to tell me, these are doctors themselves. I had a scooter accident too. I would recommend getting on the scooters. The doctor I had told me she had a scooter accident the year before, and she had some of the same injuries I had. So I'm just like, why no one is banning these scooters? Like, really, it was not my fault. It was the scooter. Who did I call? I called my mom, and I told her, I was like, as we were pulling up to the hospital, because I was like, I just don't want to call her. Like, I don't want to call her, because I knew like my mom, she's gonna freak out. Like she knows I have a bleeding disorder. Like, that is my biggest thing, is to not try to get in an accident. Like, you can't really do a lot of things when you have von Willebrand. Like, you can just bleed out and just, you know. But I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna freak out, like, ah. And then my friend was like, they're gonna think I'm a bad friend. So we're both kind of like freaking out. I'm like, no, they're gonna be on me. So I call my mom, and I'm like, I'm gonna get the phone, like, guess where I'm at? And she's like, where? And I'm like, at the emergency room. And she's like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but like, it was something, I think she said why or something, and I told her, and she was like, it wasn't what I was expecting, because if anyone really knows my mom, she's like a like drama queen. That's probably where I get it from. Not probably, it definitely is, but she was very calm, and I'm thinking she was gonna be like, I'm on my way, and you knew better, and you know, she was very calm. But when I got home, she kind of just lectured me and stuff. But then after I got off, it was so funny because she's like, did you call your sister? And if anyone knows on here, if you've been watching long enough, I have an older sister. We're only 2 years apart, but she was like, did you call your sister? And I'm like, no. She's like, oh well, I'm gonna let you go so you can call her. I'm like, okay. So I call her, and I'm like, guess where I'm at? She's like, where? And I'm like, I'm in the ER. And she's like, you're lying. And I'm like, no, I had an accident. And then she just kind of laughed. So it wasn't what I was expecting from neither one of them, because they're very like, I don't know, for some reason when it comes to me, they're really like, they still think like I'm 5 years old. I don't know, but it was just very funny because I was like, that's not what I was expecting. Like I said, I was in a lot of pain. My knee was the main thing that was hurting. Like, I couldn't even move it, like barely. I was walking with a limp for weeks. It was weird, but all in all, everything is well. I'm just now can do everything back again with this knee, and that was months ago. But yeah, like I said, all in all is well. So, yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys like the story time. If you guys want to see more story times, please let me know in the comments down below. Because actually, I have a lot of fun filming this story time. I didn't know if I was gonna like it, but I did, and then I might do some more story times because I have some juicy stuff to tell. So like I said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.